Oh, me though for the beat.
I guess it's how it go when you thought everything would be so perfect. I guess I thought I loved you, but never everything would be so perfect. Why I had to go anyway? Why I had to go anyway? Why I had to lose my way? Never thought I'd feel this way. Never thought I'd lose this way. Call you on the phone late night.
Alright, what's good with it? It's your boy Fluence, also known as Brother Sunshine. We here with some boxing news. I thought I'd start this back up because, I love boxing. At the end of the day, I like to start this off with, March the 1st. You know what I'm saying? It's the first of the month. We just ended with February, Black History Month. Shout out to Black History Month. We do got some boxing matches happening this weekend. I'm just going to go over one that I'm particularly excited about that I will watch. It'll be Luis Ortiz versus Christian Hammer. That's going to be crazy. Christian Hammer has been talking a lot of mess, talking about how Luis Ortiz is 50 years old, all types of things. So I can't wait to see that. My prediction, I got Luis Ortiz winning against Christian Hammer. I think it's going to be a 5th round KO. It's only a 10-round fight. And then you also got Erislandy Lara versus Brian Castano. That's going to be crazy. Brian Castano, he's 15-0, 11 KOs. Everyone already knows about Lara. He's probably going to go down in the Hall of Fame. It's going to be an interesting fight. I honestly got Lara, to be real with you, but I wouldn't be surprised if Castano shocked the world. So, y'all got this happening this weekend. Showtime. Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Y'all check that out. Of course, there's also, we're not going to talk about MMA, but I got to put it out there because John Jones is fighting. You got the John Jones bout against Anthony Smith. You got Tyron Woodley versus Kamaru Usman. Check that out tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. I do got John Jones winning, and I also got Tyron Woodley winning. So, we're just going to go real quick into this boxing news. This is going to be a very short video because I'm going to just always keep it short when it comes to the news, but we will talk about things that no other boxing channels talk about. First and foremost, you heard it here first, Pacquiao negotiating with Mayweather, and he will attend the Spence Garcia fight. So this means two possible things, right? He's in a negotiation with the Floyd Mayweather rematch, okay? So he's in a negotiation. That means nothing's for sure. All that means is that there's a possibility that this fight might happen. If it doesn't, though, there's a reason why he's attending the Spence Garcia fight. You may possibly see whoever wins between those two to fight Manny Pacquiao next. If the negotiations between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, fall through. Now, me personally, I do believe there's going to be a rematch between Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather because at the moment, Floyd Mayweather, he doesn't have another opponent that's as big as a name as Pacquiao. Of course, there's always that McGregor rematch, which is real, but at the moment, if you look into it, Conor McGregor is very focused on MMA. So I do feel like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will happen at some point, but I do think Pacquiao will end up fighting the winner of Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia, especially if Garcia beats Errol Spence. You heard it here first. If Garcia beats Errol Spence, you will see Garcia versus Pacquiao, and I believe the winner of that will fight Floyd. Sounds crazy, right? You heard it here first. Watch. Now, next thing I want to talk about. This was actually a very interesting article, in my opinion. Brian Castano, he's a person who's fighting Erislandy Lara. A lot of people don't know about him, actually. He's very under the radar. He doesn't have many fights, 15-0, but there was a very interesting article on sportingnews.com where he talks about beating Errol Spence in the amateurs, right? So that's why I said I would not be surprised if there does end up being an upset between Lara and Brian Castano because he's legit, man. He's as legit as it comes, and he's a pretty big guy for his class. Not super big, but he has nice size on him. So if you guys are going to be watching that fight and you guys are betting people, if I was you, I would put a little money down on Brian Castano. He's an underdog, I believe. Might make a little money, okay? So we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Like I talked about before, Luis King Kong Ortiz, he will be fighting Christian Hammer this weekend. It's going to be a better fight than a lot of people know about. It's going kind of under the radar. Christian Hammer, he's no joke. has a little power in him, but he's a big boy, and he's the first dude who actually disrespected Ortiz the way he's been disrespecting Ortiz. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I do think Ortiz will get the job done. So y'all should tune into that. It's going to be something good. Now, another thing that a lot of people aren't talking about, a lot of people are talking about the fact that Fury signed with ESPN, so the rematch between him and Deontay Wilder is off. Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying, he said a few choice words to Tyson Fury that were pretty disrespectful. So a lot of people are assuming that the fight is off. But Fury states that it will be taking place this year, 100%. That's the plan. This is from BoxingNews24.com. That's the source. They say that it's going to happen. Not only do they say it, but Fury specifically says it, and I believe Fury, man. When Fury said he was going to fight Wilder the first time, everyone said he shouldn't do it. Everyone believed he wasn't going to do it, and it happened exactly when he said it was going to happen. So I do believe they're going to fight, and I think the rematch is going to happen. I just think the thing is, Fury just signed with ESPN, right? So, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the first fight to be the biggest fight. You want to build that up, you know? It'd be different if he didn't sign with ESPN, then I understand the build is already there. But he just signed with ESPN, so because of that, it's only smart he gets a couple of fights with a couple of opponents who, you know, some may not know, some may know. He looks even better than before. It's going to make that fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury that much bigger, not only because he's showing how much better he's getting, but also because it's going to be ESPN and Showtime combined. It's going to be crazy. That is, if Deontay Wilder does resign with Showtime, which I believe he does. I believe Al Heyman is his guy, so I don't see Deontay Wilder going anywhere. Another breaking news story. This is from BoxingNewsOnline.net. Usyk versus Povetkin is moving closer. So, a lot of people are talking about who is Usyk going to fight on his heavyweight debut. It's looking like it's going to be Alexander Povetkin. I like that fight. I think that's a very good fight for Usyk to coming into the heavyweight division. And if it does happen, they're saying it might happen in May. That's very soon. It's crazy. But if that does happen, I do have Usyk winning that fight just because Usyk is a better guy. He's going to use his jab. His fighting style is not similar to Anthony Joshua, but I believe he will utilize the same tools Anthony Joshua utilized against Povetkin. But I do think you'll see Usyk get hit less than Joshua against Povetkin. And I do think Usyk, I don't think Usyk will knock out Povetkin. I think it will actually go the distance. So that's that. I want to talk about Teofimo Lopez versus Edis Tatli. They agreed to terms for April 20th on ESPN. This is from BoxingNews24.com. If you guys don't remember, I think it was a couple days ago, Teofimo Lopez, I think it was his father, came out and said that they were having a hard time finding people to fight and that no one wants to fight him. I understand the guy's 21 years old. He's 12-0. He has 10 KOs, man. A fight with him against Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence, Devin Haney, Crawford, any of these guys, it would be crazy. I would love to see that. But the guy he's fighting is no joke. 31-2, 10 KOs, ranked number 3 IBF, number 3 WO, number 10 WC. So he's very good. He is very good. But I do see Lopez, handling it. I think this guy's a star, man. And everyone else knows that. Everyone else is aware of that. Really only the boxing heads or hardcore boxing fans are aware of Lopez at this moment. But you'll see this guy come up. And once he gets the chance to showcase himself against some actually real talent, that's going to be when he shoots off. Let me also say this. It's going to be on the same card as the Terrence Crawford versus Amir Khan. So that card is looking like it's going to be pretty good. Just to see a talent like Lopez and then also just see Crawford versus Amir Khan, that's already a great boxing card right there. So y'all look out for that. That's coming on April 20th, very soon, very, very soon. Another guy I want to talk about, Maurice Hooker. I love Maurice Hooker, man. This guy is, to me, he's the next big thing if he gets marketed right, okay? But he's going to be fighting Les Pereira, okay? Miguel Les Pereira. We're talking about 21-0. 21-0, 10 KOs. Not a lot of KOs, right? And that's what Hooker's talking about. He doesn't have that much power, so he feels like he's going to really put on a show. But Les Pereira is no joke. I just think this is going to be an amazing fight. And I want to be real with you. I do see Hooker having a lot of trouble with Les Pierre, because Hooker is sustainable to getting hit. He does get hit a little bit more than I like to see. I feel like his defense has to get just a little bit better, but he's a professional boxer, man. He's undefeated 25 fights. So obviously, who am I to say anything about that? That's just a fight that I'm really looking forward. Of course, I got Hooker. But it's going to be a great fight. Another thing, what I actually want to end with on this quick little boxing news segment is Brandon Rios is retiring. This is from the source, BoxingNews24.com. Robert Garcia came out and said today that Brandon is retiring. He went 35 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest, 26 KOs. Great fighter. All respect to him, and he had a great career. Hopefully, he after his retirement, he goes on and does much better things, which is going to be hard to top because he did great things in boxing. But his career is far from over. He has endeavors outside of the sport of boxing that he can always pursue and is going to pursue, and I believe will be successful. Okay. I also see that Joe Joyce to fight. Excuse me, I'm over here just messing up names, and this is even a hard name. Joe Joyce to fight on Deontay Wilder. Say that 5 times fast. Really, it's not as easy as it seems. Joe Joyce. I didn't even say it fast. That was pretty difficult. But anyways, he's the fight on Deontay Wilder's undercard in May. So Deontay Wilder's supposed to be fighting in May. They don't have an opponent yet. I do believe it's going to be Dominic Breazeale, even though Dominic Breazeale is scheduled to fight Dillian White. But I think the fact that Tyson Fury ended up signing with ESPN, it messed up the whole flow. So I do think they'll end up having him fight the mandatory and Dominic Breazeale, leaving Dillian White basically ass out. So, but they're saying Joe Joyce will be on an undercard, and Oh, I was going to say maybe possibly they can get him against Dillian White because he won't have anyone, but they're saying possibly it might be against Emmanuel Charvers, Trevor Bryan fight. But they don't have a date. Okay. So it won't be against one of them. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? What about this? You heard it here first. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. You heard it here first on BlakGooseTV. I see Deontay Wilder fighting Dominic Breazeale mid-May, and then on the undercard, you got Joe Joyce against Dillian White. You heard it here first. All right, well, that's about it. Keeping it short, simple, 12 minutes. I like it. Next time, I'm trying to make it a little shorter than that. But remember, boxing is beautiful. Boxing is great. If you hating, well, shit. Fuck you. Fluent Snooze, baby. We out.
Oh, me though for the beat.
I guess it's how I go when you die.